This is Vibe Dealer, and you are tuned in to the Superstar Spotlight.
Scoob for this one.
What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of Superstar Spotlight. I am your host, Brandon Houston, and I just want to welcome you guys into the Superstar Spotlight. As always, we want to say thank you to our sponsor, Guilty Rich, for always providing the necessary resources to make these happen and make these possible. If you want to cop any of the merchandise, make sure you go to the Instagram at guilty.rich. Check out some of the new spring collection that's on the way, as well as check out the website guiltyrichboutique.com. Just spell that out and make sure you replace the E with a 3, and guiltyrichboutique.com. They'll get you together on the website as well. And today we have a special guest here walking into the spotlight today. So coming into the spotlight is an individual who is extremely talented when it comes to creativity in music, when it comes to production, when it comes to be an overall musician, just one of the best producers in the city. You can find him in things like the Steel Sessions, the Antidote Fest. He was a part of that too. And he has produced the hottest single out right now, which is Go Scoob by Mara the Boss featuring Louis Ray. And ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to give a warm welcome to the Vibe Dealer. What's going on, my brother?
What's up, baby?
How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
More than honored to be here, man. I try to check out, your show as much as possible. And yeah, man, it's just an honor to, sit down and have a conversation with you, bro. Give a little insight to what I got going on. So, yeah, man, I'm excited.
Yeah, and it's definitely an honor to have you here as well, man. You've been making a lot of big moves, man, over the past couple of years, and
for sure.
It's been exciting to see, man. So definitely wanted to have this conversation with you and just see what's going on for real.
Yeah, man, let's do it. Whatever y'all want to know, whatever we want to talk about, we can talk about it. I'm with it.
Okay,
I ain't gonna hold nothing back.
All right, bet. So with that being said, gotta ask this question, man. Are you ready to step into the spotlight?
Man, I'm ready, bro. I was born for the spotlight. Let's do it.
Okay, bet. So he's ready. I hope y'all ready. We about to get right into it. So let's start off with the very first question. It's the introductory question for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
How did we come up with the name Vibe Dealer?
Man, it's crazy. Vibe Dealer kind of happened on accident. And it actually started when I was mostly DJing primarily. And I used to go by DJ Don Juan. That was my DJ name. And that's what most people knew me by. But I remember I was DJing somewhere and, I would post flyers, depending on where I was at. I always let people know where I was at. And I remember posting where I was going to be a certain weekend. And one of my friends, she ended up sharing the post. And her text, when she shared the post, she said, my favorite vibe dealer. That was literally what she said, word for word. My favorite vibe dealer. Got to pop out tonight. Check out my favorite vibe dealer. So when I saw that, I was like, it might be something to this. And then when I look back, to make it make more sense for me, I just had to put a little more meaning to it. But that I consider myself a real versatile person. That's really where the vibe dealer thing is. You can't really box me into one type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just this. I'm not just that. I can kind of take you anywhere. That's whether, when I'm DJing, it's when I'm producing, when I'm playing something or whatever I'm playing for, or just even me as an individual. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think we all can be vibe dealers though. You know what I mean? I think you're a vibe dealer. I think you come with your own vibes, and depending on the situation and the people you're around, I think we all kind of, we deal our own vibes. So that's really where it came from, and to me it was a universal thing too. So I stuck with it, and now it's starting to. It's crazy, man, because people like it was one of them things where I didn't really know how it was gonna really catch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you talk about naming yourself something, it's gotta flow off the tongue. It's gotta be something that you really hear people saying. And I didn't really hear people saying that at first. Now I think it's because I wasn't convinced. But, the more I just kind of stuck with it and kept saying vibe dealer, kept, putting it out there. And people come by the studio, they would just start calling me vibe or vibe dealer. So it's something that I'm learning to embrace even more like as time goes on. So yeah, that's where vibe dealer came from. I'm liking it now though.
Yeah, it's
fucking with
definitely a dope name, man.
Thanks,
First time
bro.
I heard it, I was like, man, that's smooth.
Yeah, vibe dealer. Because usually like producers or whoever, like, you get some of everything. You know what I mean? Respect to anybody, who kind of, come up with their own thing. But vibe dealer was something I never heard anybody really do. I wanted to do something no, I never heard anybody do. And I wanted to do something that could exist as a brand on its own. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to put my name in it. I didn't want to put, you know what I mean? That's what Don Juan was. It was a really centered around me. But
Yeah.
vibe dealer, you could take the face out of it and it can exist on its own.
just
You know
be
what I
the
mean?
music.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I really wanted, and that's kind of why I stuck with it because it can just be its own thing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that definitely makes sense, and it's just dope to see how it's coming into its own and elevating at
Hell
the
yeah.
same time.
Organic.
So, yeah, definitely organically.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah, I've been seeing you a lot on the social media, just kind of not only elevating yourself, but elevating the studio as well.
Right.
Which I forgot to mention, ladies and gentlemen, we are, as you can see, we're in a new location right now. We are currently at the Antidote studio, which is the home of the Vibe Dealer.
Yes, sir.
So when people come up here to the Antidote studio, man, what can they expect when it comes to music or production or anything like that?
Man, the Antidote is a special place, man, and it's so much bigger than the individuals that run this space. But the Antidote really took on a life of its own, man. We really wanted this space to be more than a studio. You know what I mean? You can book this place and you can, record studio time, or you can book studio time and record and do all of that. But we really wanted this place to be, what the name is, right? The Antidote is the cure for something. It's, something that solves an issue, something that, can cure a disease or, something like that, if you're thinking medically. So the Antidote Studio is a cure for the community. You know what I mean? So we really wanted this space to be a place where people can come and get whatever they need at the highest level, though. Not just anywhere you can record, not just you can get any kind of beat. We wanted people to really, really come here and, be able to get the best of the best. And no matter what level that they were, coming to us at. And I think what sets us apart from other studios is the amount of care and expertise that we put in every single person that walks through the door. Anyone who books, anyone who just wants to come up and have a conversation, with us here. Anyone who wants to further their career and their craft at whatever part of the music industry that they're into, we wanted them to be able to come here and feel like they can walk away with something that's going to help further their career. So, when we get artists that come here, we do more than just record you. We help direct you if you need it. You know what I mean? We help put the whole picture together. We help, artists and everyone else think of things that they might not be thinking of. So, it could come down to how you're releasing your music, the fact that they need to be signed up for BMI or ASCAP or, any type of PRO. We got access to videographers here. We got, on staff, we got access to marketing, on staff and all of that. So as it comes down to, what you can get out of here, we just want you to be able to, elevate what you're doing here. And I think we doing that. And more importantly, more than that, we really wanted this space to be a hub, bro. We wanted this spot to be somewhere where people can come kick it because, being where we from, it ain't too much to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And well, I will say there's more things happening these days, but just on an average day, like, you know what I mean? It ain't really much to do. And so creatives like myself and many other people that I know, sometimes you want somewhere to hang out. Sometimes you just want to come in. Where can you go around here and just listen to some fire music, judgment free, or, you know what I mean, lend an ear or, get some positive feedback or get positive feedback on what you're doing. Like, this is the place for that. You know what I'm saying? Every way, shape, or form. We're not here to do, nothing more than help. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the antidote is, bro. Antidote is the cure. We the cure for the community. We're a cure for the community. And I think that the individuals who, make up this space as far as the people who run it, I think we do, a decent job at making it a safe space for anybody. Whether you're a high level artist who've been doing this for years, or whether you making your first song, you're gonna walk out of here feeling like, and I don't want to go nowhere else but the antidote. And that's something that I hear quite often. So I think, we're doing, our job right. And that's, through, what we do in the studio and the special events that we done and all of that centered around helping for real.
Yeah, and I definitely want to place emphasis on the word hub because I've been up here a couple of times.
Yeah. I didn't see you pop through a few times.
Yeah, I've had to come check it out, man. It's definitely a dope experience up here. If you haven't been to the Antidote studio, y'all got to come up here and check it out, man. Whether it's the music, just to kick it like you just said, or any of the events that pop up here too, you can come check it out too. So I wanted to touch on the events that happen up here.
Okay.
Like the steel sessions that you guys had up here.
That was crazy.
The Vibe Dealer Clinic that was up here as well.
Too,
and it's not just centered around Flint music artists too. You guys have been linked with guys in New York, I believe, Philadelphia as well, and places like Chicago. A few more places like that. So
Texas, a lot of places, man.
So how important is it to not only cultivate the artists here locally, but expand out to other artists in other regions as well, and get everybody to come together right here in this space?
So, man, it's so much I think we can all agree when we talk about the level of talent here, right? Like, I've been a lot of places, man, and I still can't compare anywhere to Flint as far as just the concentration of talent, like in this small area, bro. And something that we lack here in Flint, in Michigan, but Flint more specifically, is the amount of resources that we have, right? That's where I see a huge lack. We see a huge lack in resources and opportunity and all of that. And so with, us being who we are, and, we have a great team, man, and, we move around quite a bit, and we understand the importance of travel, we understand the importance of networking and having friends in other places, because, excuse me, I'm not saying you can't make it from Flint, but, chances are slim, you know what I mean? Just to be quite honest with you. And I think the more people you reach and, the bigger your network expands, I think the more valuable you can become. And I think the more your vision kind of widens a bit, because once you see that, this type of thing can happen elsewhere, or that we have relationships outside of here, and someone else can come here that's not from here and appreciate, your art or what you do, or give you, a good amount of feedback towards it. I think it can widen your vision and help you provide a little more perspective to this thing. Because for me, once I started traveling and getting outside of Flint and participating in a lot of events, showcases or producer showcases, which is what, Steel Sessions kind of is, an artist producer showcase and other things like that. Like, it really became one of those things where it was like, dang, these people fucking with, I don't know if I cuss, but these people rocking with me, you know what I'm saying, out in New York, they looking at me like, nah, you fire. And it's like, dang, I don't get that kind of love back home. You know what I mean? So when I started doing that, like, it instilled in me the confidence to come back here and go even crazier, right? Or I can be here, and there's been times where I had friends here and artists, homies, and whatever, they were going out somewhere. Like, I know some cats that went out to New York for something, and it was more of like a, yo, let me call my homies and let them know that you coming out there, you know what I mean, type of thing, and get you in the studio, you know what I mean, to work and be around other creatives. And that's what it is, bro. Like, we trying to bridge the gap. That's the biggest thing with what we're doing. We're trying to show people that the world is bigger than the four walls of this city. We love our city, but the world is bigger than this. And, more importantly, like, bro, you can really do it. You can really do this thing if you move around and all of that. And so many people, even, along with the more recent years, Flint really getting a lot of traction musically, you know what I mean, with the advent of like Rio, the Young OGs, and Y&J and Louis Ray's, like this new wave of like Flint music. It's a lot of respect there, and it's a lot of, I think, within the industry, Flint is responsible for a lot of influence in the industry. And we see it firsthand just because they're moving around so much and people seeing where we're from, people respect Flint in totality. So because of that, like, I don't know, man, we just want to give, the city a really good look and show people and bring people into our world. And, what I consider like spread the sound a little bit more, whatever sound that is. But we really want to spread what we're doing here to other spots and just make that connection, bro. That's the biggest part, man. Is connecting the dots, man. If I'm never, and none of us here, we never afraid to share our resources and connect you with whoever we might be connected to. I'm here for that. If it's somebody I know that might be able to help you, bro, I'm gonna give you their number. I'm gonna let them know. I talk to you. I'm gonna let them know that we making that connection because that's what it's about. People do it for me. When I travel and go out of town, like, people really, really look out, and that's what this thing is about. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know who the next one is. So, that's how we keep this machine going. We don't gatekeep. We don't do none of that. It's really about, sharing the resources, bro. Because, how else would people, a lot of people just don't know. They, like, I call them unknown unknowns. Like, you don't know what you don't know. So we're here to let you know what you should be knowing. And then, set you up and set the play up and let you kind of take it from there. We can't promise you anything, but what we can do is help position you, and at least, pass the opportunity along, and whatever you make of that, that's on you. The ball is still in your court, but we can't, you can never say that we didn't, try and share the wealth and spread the wealth in some kind of way,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then one thing that I can appreciate about this space is the diversity of sounds that comes through here. So when you mention like vibe dealer, it's like really dealing out different types of vibes.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. So that's what's going to lead to my next question.
Okay.
But even though I kind of know the answer, but I'm gonna ask it anyway.
Okay.
Is there like a specific kind of sound that you look for when you bring people in, or is it literally any kind of sound, any kind of genre can come up here?
Man. I'm a musician first. Like, that's what I tell people. I'm not a producer first. I'm not a DJ first. I'm a musician first. And I put that before anything. And me as a musician, I'm into so much music, bro. If I showed you my playlist that I personally have on Spotify and my collection of music that I will listen to on any given day, it's nothing like half of the stuff that I make, that the average person to hear me make publicly, but all of that shapes who I am as a creator, you know what I mean? So I don't turn down nothing. I accept any challenge, musically, because I look at it all kind of like a puzzle to be figured out, you know what I'm saying? What can I do to support, what this artist is doing? Because that's all I am as a creator and musician. I'm here to accompany, the vocalist, and that's how I treat my production. I'm not here to stand out too much. I'm not here to, I'll put it like this. I'm not here to overshadow the vocalist. You know what I mean? Now, if it's just purely instrumental, then I got the room to flex a little bit and, show a bunch of different stuff I can do. But man, for me, I put the song first. So whatever the vibe is, I'm with that. I'm gonna do whatever I can to, find the essence of that vibe that we going for. If we're gonna do some Afrobeat stuff, then, let me really understand the essence of what makes a record like that. If I'm gonna do some hard trap, you know what I mean, some future kind of stuff or anything like that, then I'm gonna go there and make sure I understand all the elements that make that type of music what it is. Or if it's some Flint type stuff, I can take you there. You know what I mean? Because it's just about understanding the elements and the sonics of each, subgenre of like music. You know what I mean? Or genre. So, it could be rap, it could be R&B. You know what I mean? I've done a lot of R&B stuff. I've done a lot of Afrobeat stuff. And even musically as a musician, I played in country bands, rock bands, stuff like that. So and I'm big into jazz music too. So, it's just depending on whatever we feeling that day or in that moment, we can go there though. You know what I mean? So I'll be ready for all of that.
Oh, okay. So somebody come in and say they want to make a blues album.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah. I love, man, yeah. My family, I grew up on blues. So yeah, I'm already knowing what tempo we gotta go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What keys I probably need to stay in, the bounce of the drums, the swing, all of that. Yeah, bro, whatever. I'm really a whatever type of dude. Even outside of music, like, you know what I mean? People close to me and people I've been around for years, they know I'm with whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the past, in my younger years, it might not have been I might not have been down, or I might have always been down for, stuff that I probably shouldn't have been down for. But you know what I'm saying? In essence, bro, I'm down for anything. I ain't scared of nothing. So yeah, that's how I kind of treat music too, though. I'm down with whatever.
Okay, that's
we need
definitely
somebody
good.
like that around
Yeah,
here. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure. You can't just box Flint into one sound. And I think, with your
Yeah.
versatility, you're able to provide
Yeah.
different layers, different sounds
Facts.
for everybody.
Facts, bro. And it's like you saying, man, so many different artists here. And that's the special part about being from here. A lot of people think it's just, this one sound. You know what I mean? Now, granted, the majority, depending on what demographic you cater to, but Flint does have a vibe, and I think that, you know what I mean, that's to be acknowledged too. Like, we can't overlook the sound that's probably the most popular here. But like, it's such a wide variety of music and artists here. Like, and I respect that, you know what I mean? Because again, as a musician, I'm into all of that. So, you know what I mean, whatever way you want to go, we can do that. For real.
Okay, yeah, for sure. And speaking of going away, and you got a song going way up right now, man, that you produced, man. It's Go Scoob by Marta Boss and Louis Ray, man. DJ J Biggs on there too.
Go Scoob.
Five Dilla, you so school for this one. It's DJ J Biggs with Louis Ray, Marta Boss. Ooh, put the light on you.
Scoob gon' burn the bottles. Scoob gon' get it lit. Scoob gon' have all these bitches rubbing on their tits. Scoob gon' have the thick bitches twerking on the dick. Scoob gon' park the car while she ride the stick. Go Scoob.
Put the light on you.
Go Scoob. Go Scoob.
Put the light on you.
Go Scoob. Go.
That one is dope, man.
It's a banger, bro.
For sure. I'm hearing it everywhere,
bro,
man. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Just talk to me about that song and how that whole collaboration even came about.
Man, bro, the story of Go Scoob, I wish J Big was here, man, because he actually documented a big part of like all of that. And shout out to him because he's always documenting everything. Like, you can be doing anything and he'll have his phone out recording. He's always thinking like that. So I appreciate that. But man, I remember we was in this room. We got two rooms here. Got the main room that we not in, but this is, like the B room. It's a room that we kind of getting together to be able to record people soon. But I remember being in here because someone was in the other room over there. And, J Big had just introduced me to Mara not too long ago, maybe a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks prior. He brought her up here. It was, she had just moved here, from Atlanta, back home from Atlanta. And, he was introducing her to the team up here. Like, yo, I want you to meet Juwan, Five Dilla. I want you to meet Nige. I want you to meet, like, the guys because, he's close to us and he trusts us with everything. He brings us work all the time. But he like, yo, I want you to meet him. And so he had her up here one day, and it was one of those random days at the Antidote where, it wasn't necessarily, she didn't have a session book, but she was just kind of kicking it in the studio. And, I'm just kicking it, you know what I mean? We was kind of hanging around, and I remember J Big coming up to me, and he was like, yo, man, I got something I want you to try. Like, he's good for that too. Like, J Big is J Big, man. J Big is a club DJ, but J Big only play hits. That's just the type of DJ he is, and you gotta respect it. But J Big does some of the biggest events, you know what I mean, in Michigan and abroad. So he has a really good ear, you know what I mean, for a hit record. He has a really good ear for what sounds good in the club and all of that because he's a DJ. Now, me being a DJ, I feel like I share a similar ear as him. So that's why I can see and understand, you know what I mean, where he's coming from. But he came to me and he was like, yo, Juan, like, I got something I want you to try. So he pulled up this beat that he had found on YouTube or whatever. He was just like, yo, can you make something like this? And for those who don't know, like, that's one of my fortes, right? Is taking something that already exists and turning it into something totally different, or, taking inspiration from it and turning it into my own thing. So, I'm a person that people they do this all the time. I did something like this yesterday where somebody brought me something that they wanted me to make something like I want you to, make it sound like you, but just draw some inspiration from this, see what you can do. And that was one of those moments where you're like, wow, it's this bass line that, that I want you to try out, just see what you can do with it. So he played it on his phone, and I'm literally sitting here, man, on my laptop, and I'm just listening to it, laptop plugged up. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, all right, big, I got you. So I turned it off and I just started, kind of cooking up something right there on the spot. And Mara's sitting over here on the couch. J Big was kind of walking, pacing back and forth while I'm figuring it out. And J Big is a very hands-on type of person. So I really consider him a producer in a lot of ways too. He don't sit down and really make the beat, but he can help direct the situation. And being a creator, it's always important to be able to translate like what you think and what you feel to other creators. And me being, a producer, it's important for me to be able to internalize and understand what someone is trying to say to me. So if you're an artist and you trying to get me to do something, for me, I think it's my responsibility to, because you might not always know how to translate what you think into a person like me, a creator, right? You might not speak the same like musical language, but excuse me, but you'll, in the best way you can, try to get me to do what you want me to do, or you know what I mean? So J Big is one of those people that if you don't really know, what he's talking about, if you're not really listening to him, you could miss the whole point of what he's trying to say. But me and him have, him and I have that chemistry to where it's like, okay, I know what you're trying to say, J Big. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're trying to get me to do. So as I'm like cooking up this beat, he kind of like telling me, like, nah, you gotta do this. Nah, do something like this, or do that. And I'm just like, okay, I see what you're trying to get me to do. So that was kind of guiding the process a little bit. And this probably went on for like 15 minutes. And I'm, kind of working it out. I started on drums first. So I had a little 4-bar pattern, 8-bar pattern of just drums. And it got to a point where it was like, oh nah, like this is clicking. It's always the moments. And I have these moments where, I know when something is it. You know what I mean? I can go back and forth about, whether something works or not, but I know when I got something. And I do remember a certain point in time where we was working on that beat and everything just locked in, bro. Everything just was like, nah, this is it. You know what I'm saying? J Big being who he is, he's such a character. Once I locked in the drums and the bass and the 808s, J Big was like, oh no, that's it. You know what I mean? And it's funny because he said that at the very moment I felt that. Mm-hmm. At the very moment I felt like we had something. You know what I mean? He said it, and then I can hear Mar the boss over here on the side. She was like, nah, like that's it. So there was a synergy in the room at a certain point. And I'm like, okay, we all on the same page. She feeling it, he feeling it, I'm feeling it. It's confirmed. So I started working on the music, the melody and all of that. And I was just trying different stuff out. And it wasn't really clicking at first. But, J Big was being a little too hands-on with me. He was trying to direct me a little too much. And I told him, like, bro, just let me figure it out. And he'll tell you this. I'm like, bro, just give me a minute, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a type of person that's going to figure it out. Just leave me be. And I promise you I got it, man. I probably sat down for like 10 more minutes working on the music. And this probably went on for like 30 minutes, man. Like, it didn't take long for this to happen at all. But I remember just being like, yeah, just let me figure it out. So I remember doing some stuff. I'm trying this out, putting this on here, trying this plug-in out, just doing a bunch of little tricks I know that can, get me what it is I'm looking for. And I remember it just locked in, bro, after a certain point. And it was like, nah. And there was another moment where we all was in the room and J Big was like, yeah, I think we got something. You know what I'm saying? J Big get excited. When he feel like you got a record or you got, you know what I mean, something that's dope, he gonna go crazy over it. So once he started going crazy, I knew we was good. You know what I mean? Because it's all about feeling, bro. It's all about that. You don't gotta be a producer or a musician to know when something feel right. So when he was telling me like, nah, this feel good, this feel right, I'm like, bet. I kind of just stretched the beat out and it kind of went from there. He was like, yo, Mar she got something for it. Like, you trying to put it down? And by this time, everybody was going out the other room. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll record you. Like, yo, just come over and let's do it. So, we in the studio and Mar was like, she was kind of trying to tell me and rap to me like what she had going on. Scoob gonna bring the bottles. Scoob gonna get it lit. Scoob, and I'm like, what the hell is this Scoob shit y'all talking about? I'm like, what is this? I don't like, okay, but I'm just a producer. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just a producer, but I'm like, I don't know if this is, this is you coming up with the song. So, you feel me? That's what we doing an interview. Yeah. But you said what? Yeah, interview. Now I'll be over there in a minute. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, like she was doing the Scoob gonna bring the bottle, Scoob gonna get it lit. And I'm just like, man, what is this? So she broke it down to me like what Scoob was, and she was coming back from Atlanta, so she understood like what was the lingo there and all of that, and that's really where Scoob came from. It's an Atlanta thing, and if you hip to like trends on TikTok and shit like that, like you understood the Boosie thing when he went viral,
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say, yeah, Boosie was
Right,
popular.
exactly.
Yeah.
What happened was he was trying to get into an award ceremony, and he trying to bring a bottle of liquor in. I think it was Casamigos or something like that. And obviously they wouldn't let him in with a big bottle of liquor, like whatever. So what he did was he poured the bottle of liquor in a Body Armor water bottle. So they let him in with that, you know what I'm saying? And he went viral being on, TikTok, on the video saying, me and Scoob toe up already. Like, but to understand Scoob, you got to understand who Scoob is and was. And that's Trouble, right? It was really close friends with Boosie. And Trouble is a huge figure down in Atlanta. He passed away now, but him and Boosie was mad close. But Trouble was known for turning up. Trouble was known for being in strip clubs, popping bottles, throwing money. Like he was one of the most turned people in the club. He was just like that all the time. So his nickname was Scoob. So the thing is, like, when he passed away, it was a thing to be Scoob. You feel what I'm saying? If you Scoob is really paying homage to, you know what I mean, the legend Trouble and all of that. So that's really where the Scoob thing came from. So she broke it down to me, showed me the TikTok and all that. And I'm like, okay, I can get with this. And then it's funny though, at the same time, I'm on Facebook and I'm seeing people saying that they was Scoob. I'm Scoob tonight. I'm all of this. But I didn't think no one really knew what it meant. So by Mar being from Atlanta and her explaining that to me, it was like, okay, I think this can be something crazy because this is trending right now. You know what I mean? This is a hook you really came up with, like on the fly. She just came up with it. And I'm like, nah, this could work. Like, let's do it. So we recorded that. It was dope. I put a little light mix on it. And as soon as she came out, she didn't record her verse yet, just the hook. So when she came out, J Big was like, man, this is crazy. Like, Vibe, this is crazy, man. He said, I think I gotta get Louis on this, man. I gotta get Louis on this. I'm like, shoot, take it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're around, like, you know what I'm saying, let him hop on it. And he was like, he had called him. And he had told J Big, like, he was at another studio. This guy named DJ Updo, he got a studio. And that's, where he was recording that a lot at the time. So J Big was like, man, he was trying to get Louis to come over here. And Louis, he was just tied up. And so he was like, man, I'm just about to take it to him. This is at like 2, 3 in the morning at this point. You know what I mean? So it was so crazy how it happened, bro. J Big literally took the beat and the bounced out version of what we had in that moment, he took it and ran it over there to Louis. You know what I'm saying? He went over there to Louis, played it for him. And I wasn't there, but the way J Big told it is like, when Louis heard this, he was like, oh, nah, Big, like, y'all got y'all one. He knew it before he even rapped on it. He knew it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, y'all got y'all one. Because he understood the school thing. He understood all of that. So with that combined with the beat, he was like, nah, like, I'll definitely hop on this. He hopped on it, did his verse, and J Big called me. He was like, yo, it was like 4, 5 in the morning, bro. I'm still in the stool because I'm still excited from what we just did. Yeah. So time is passing and all of that. J Big, he get done, he called me like, yo, I got the verse one. I'm about to bring it to you right now. Like, it's almost like he want to hand deliver me this session, this verse that Louis put down. He like, yo, if you still at the studio, I'll bring it to you right now. Cause I had to mix it got to get mixed and all of that. And Nige ended up mixing the song, but with me being the person there, I just want to hear the verse and I just want to, get it to a point where it was listenable and it wasn't so raw. So he brought it over, brought the session to me. I downloaded it, brought in Louis' verse, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, oh, nah, this might be something, y'all. Every step of the way, from the creation of the beat to Marley and the hook to, J Big in the verse from Louis, it was like, nah, every step, bro, it felt like it was one of them ones. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I seen people, had some feelings about the song, and they say, like, the song was forced and all of that, and, like, we trying to, like, force a hit and all that. It didn't really happen like that. You know what I mean? It was an idea. It was executed and it like turned out really good. And to me, like Louis gave one of his best verses on that. But to hurry up and finish the story, after we got Louis' verse, you know what I mean? It was dope. I think I ended up leaving the studio like 5, 6 a.m. Went home, woke up, came back to the studio. And now I'm calling everybody. I'm like, yo, you got to hear this. Like, I think we got something, you know what I mean? And the way we work up here is like, we really big on quality control. You know what I mean? We're really big on getting feedback from other people to see what they think and all that. We just don't just do anything and just say whatever. So I'm calling Nige, I'm calling some of my other homies I know that be up here a lot and all that. And we like, yo, pull up to the stew. Want y'all to hear something. So got everybody pulling up to the stew throughout the day, just checking this out. And everybody loving it. So Marta Boss ended up coming back the next day to finish her verse and to do her verse. So when she came and did it, we got a studio full of people, and we literally are in here like, okay, how y'all feel about this? How y'all feel about this? Nah, Mar, you should change that. Nah, like it ended up like I remember Myron Big ended up getting into it about just a couple words that he had kind of wanted her to change, just for the sake of like whatever he thought was best for the song. But it was some heated moments for that song too, as far as completing it, because it's like, nah, we trying to do what's best for the song. And sometimes it take that when you're doing records. A lot of people will go in, record, and that'll be all that they do in that day. They'll never revisit the song. They'll put it out just like that, or they might not even put it out. But we were really like focused on finishing this record and getting it to a point of satisfaction where we were from top to bottom. We appreciated and loved like what was going on and was proud of what was happening. So after she did her verse, it was so classic, bro. It was like Louis didn't outshine her at all. Like she held her own, and it sounded like it was her song. Like she really set the tone for the record. And Mara's special in the fact that she just got a certain tone in the way her voice cut through. She sound like a real artist. She sound like somebody that I think people can really love and get behind. And I think like just the combination of all the energy that went into that song, from the beat to what Louis did, what she did, it always kind of burst out of love and passion. And I think it translated really well through the music too. You know what I mean? So that's how Go Scoob happened, bro. It all happened in like 2 days, but you know what I mean? There's a lot that happened within them couple of days.
Yeah.
We sat and I always sit with Nigel when he mixing, so we mixed it, and we did all of that. We did all that for quite a while until we finished it. So yeah, that's how the song came about.
Yeah, that's definitely a dope story, man.
Ain't it?
And just the whole process of how it came together, man.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed the song, man. Everybody did their thing.
Everybody did their thing, bro. Everybody, man.
Everybody,
I ain't no way I could take all the credit for even my part. Like Jay Big was such a big part of the production of it, and all of us had a big hand in it. It was for sure a team effort, man. Shout out to the team for real. That's the gang, man.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody. And speaking of, even Louis Ray sat down in the interview and he mentioned you as like one of the ones that's coming up.
That was dope.
You're doing things. Like, how did you feel about that when you heard that interview and he mentioned it?
Man, it's funny. I got stories for everything. I hope I'm not talking too much.
No,
but
it's all good.
Yeah, I remember I was talking to my friend Reese, and shout out to Boss Lady Reese, but she hit me up. She always called me to check on me from time to time, but she hit me up because we hadn't talked in a while, and we were just catching up on, what's been going on in each of our lives and stuff. And she told me, she was like, man, Louis like mentioned you in this interview. And I know he had just did an Off the Porch interview down in Atlanta, but I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. I usually watch, stuff like that, but I didn't get a chance to. I'm like, nah, I ain't know Louis like talked about me. She was like, nah, you might want to go watch that. Like he mentioned you specifically. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go watch this. Let me, you know what I mean? So as soon as we got off the phone, I went straight to it and was looking for it. I listened to the whole interview. She ended up telling me like it's right at the end. So I think I scrolled through the interview and got straight to the end or whatever. And to the point where they was talking about the producers, and he brought up, obviously he known for working with Energy and like Wayne 616, two fire producers from, Michigan, and Energy from Flint, obviously. But literally, bro, they was asking like, yo, so, who else you working with? And, he was just talking. He was like, oh, Vibe Dealer, like, that's kind of like the way it's one thing for him to mention me, but if you watch the interview, it's the way he was kind of talking about me. And that's what made me the most proud. And that's what also, made me have even more respect for bro. I always respected him, but like when he had, for me, put it like this, bro, don't nobody got to do nothing for you. That's the type of person I am. And I know a lot of people don't think like that, but I don't care who you is, man. I don't care like what it's about. You don't owe me nothing. You don't have to share your platform and mention me at all. You know what I'm saying? And for him to mention me, it meant so much to me, because for me, it spoke a lot about his character, and it spoke a lot about the relationship that him and I have been building. You know what I mean? Because we've been locked in for the past few months. And you know, after school, the Scoob song is when he got hip to me for real. And you know, I can always get beats to people and, you know, try to work with people, but I really want my relationships to be organic, so I don't force nothing. So, you know, Louis was one of them situations where I could have been like trying to get beats to him, but it just didn't happen the way it didn't happen organically like I would have liked. So for me, it was more like a natural thing, and it just happened naturally. And for Louis to mention me on that platform, it just spoke so much, because it meant to me that the mission was accomplished as far as building something real and organic with him. That was proof right there. I knew like we was cool, you know, for him coming up there by that time, and we had been locked in for a minute.
Oh yeah, my partner back at the crib, vibe dealer too. Yeah, he smoked. Oh God, he like the next thing. I ain't gonna lie, he make hard ass beats, and he got his own sound. Like it's already every beat got the same vibe to it, but it's a different beat every time. He hard. He hard. I'm gonna bring him up here next time I come around. I'm gonna bring Vibe Dealer with me, on God.
Okay.
But for him to go public and say that was like, nah, bro, you really messing with me. You know what I'm saying? And I just can't do nothing but respect that, because he didn't have to share his platform and mention Vibe Dealer in no way, shape, or form. He said he's gonna bring me down there the next time he go down there and all that. Shout out to Pootie too, his right hand man. He was sitting right there next to him, like kind of ensuring that, you know, Louis brought me up. You know what I mean? And he's so solid for that, bro.
Yeah,
so solid. That's who just kind of walked in here a few minutes ago. But like, I got so much love for the Still Grinding crew, bro, because they solid. They real solid, bro. Yeah, everything about them dudes is solid, bro. I ain't got nothing bad to say about them, for real. So yeah, shout out to them cats.
Yeah, definitely shout out to them. Yeah,
Feel good, bro.
And I can definitely appreciate like the work that you've put in.
For sure.
I've known you since high school.
Yeah,
You've been involved in music heavy even then too.
Right. If you know, you know.
Yes, it's definitely amazing to see. You know, the whole journey as it gets to the point that it's at now.
Yeah.
And even where it's going to go in the future, I can definitely see big things going on. And you also mentioned building relationships with people, not only artists but like fellow producers, engineers, and things like that. And one or two that I want to touch on, just basically your relationship with Naiji. I know you guys have been working together for quite a while. And then just your relationship with J Big as well. I know you guys have become close musically as well too. So just kind of talk to me about those two relationships and how that's been instrumental in your career so far.
I talk about this, man. Me and Naiji been rocking. I've been knowing Naiji since I was literally a kid, like elementary school, Garfield Edison. We used to get out of school at 4 p.m. You know what I mean? Like, and we stayed in the same area. We rode the same bus and all of that. But like, Naiji's been knowing me for years, and he's a few years older than me. So, but I have a brother, you know what I mean, Steve, who's the same age as him. He came out in 08. I came out in 11. So by me having a brother in that age, it was like I took on all of his friends, you know, being a young dude. It was like, oh yeah, that's Steve's little brother. You know what I'm saying? That's Steve's little brother. I was always Steve's little brother. But Naiji was always, you know, the music guy in his world. You know, he was the engineer, producer. He was that guy. I was always the musician though. I hadn't become a producer or DJ yet, you know what I mean, in the younger years. And I remember just coming up through high school, and even shortly after I graduated, I would run into Naiji, you know, kind of out and about or whatever. And he would always be like, yo, Juwan, like, I got to get you in the studio. I got to get you in the stew. Like, you know what I mean? We gotta cook up. We got to make some records. And it was just kind of, you know what I mean? You run into people and say you got to do stuff, man. Sometimes it happens, you know what I mean? Sometimes it don't, but it was just one of them things where it's like a mutual respect there. I knew he was doing his thing in the studio world. I was doing my thing, really pursuing being a musician really heavily. And it's kind of like that. But I remember, bro, I started working at Guitar Center, a music store here, and I ended up getting him a job, Naiji, a job there, because I heard he was looking for a job. And I was just I'm always the type of dude that's trying to bring my homies on. If I know you and I know you need something, like, come on, I got an opportunity for you. You know what I'm saying? Make a little cheese, whatever. Like, I'm always trying to do that. And back then, that's what I did. Got him a job there. We ran the store, bro. We turned that shit up. Like, we was the people that everybody was coming there to see after a while. And I remember being there and working there. that's when I started becoming a producer. So I bought my first computer from Nige, all my drums and plugins and FL Studio, all of that. Like I got all that from Nige. And he kind of helped equip me with what I needed to become a producer. And I remember having a crib. I used to stay on Concord, and I had a roommate at the time. But the top floor, the second floor, was all one room. It was like a little loft style, and I turned that into the studio. And that's where I was cooking up at and all that. This is where I start meeting everybody. I start meeting the Jeff Skies and this is where I just started meeting everybody. Everybody started coming over just because I was getting into this world. And Nige used to come over all the time, and we'll make beats together and stuff like that. But what was special about what me and Nige was doing at the time was like everything me and Nige did together always was hard. Like I done made some dope stuff with some people, but like Nige has a very like keen ability to like create a record, you know what I mean, or something that's like, all right, yeah, I done made a lot of cool stuff, but like this sound like it could really be something. And I saw that chemistry back then really early, but Nige was really more so focused on the engineering side of things by that time. So I had a lot of growing to do in my, producing, abilities and all of that. So like, and this was like, I would say 2018, you know what I'm saying? 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. And, I was the one that was just up all day and night kind of producing and sharpening my skills. And Nige will always just kind of be there to let me know, like, bro, keep going. You know what I'm saying? And whatever questions I needed, like, I'll talk to Nige every day, bro. And we'll talk for 3-4 hours. The first thing in the morning, we talking. And only thing we talking about is music, like nerd music stuff, like plugins and frequencies and why this sounds like this. And like, he a person I can really geek out with about music because he shares a very similar passion about being good at music and understanding his language. Not too many people I know like that. And so him and I had a very we found a common place with that. And that's why we ended up getting so close. So, just kind of fast forwarding through, cooking up and creating. I remember, when I started working at the Antidote and at the building the Antidote is in, when the studio was getting built, I was an instructor here at this building and the studio wasn't even here yet. And I remember when it got built and all that, and we was trying to figure out who to add to the team and stuff like that. I remember just telling my boss, like, yo, we need Nige. Like, we gotta, again, just trying to put my people on, but I'm a best of the best type of person. Like, and I only really hang with the best of the best. That's just all I know. When I come up, that's how you get better at stuff, is you gotta hang with people who the best in their field.
Yeah.
And that's how I've been since a kid. That's how I approach playing music, playing piano, and all of that. Like, I always found myself around the best. And, I brought Nige along here as, the lead engineer. And, I'm just kind of the guy that's, the producer that's helping run the studio as well. But Nige really in the engineer seat, kind of running that part. But all the while, bro, just through time and so many artists coming up and just all of that, man. I make beats all day, every day long. Any chance I get, I'm trying to make something. So I could be in the airport, I could be at the crib, I could be in the bathroom, I can be in the gym, I can be in a hallway. It don't matter. I'm trying to make something. But I think all those shots you put up, trying to make stuff, I think you get better. But, Nige was a huge part in that. And, fast forward to today, I think we work really well at, in tandem as far as how we, approach any musical situation. We really like yin and yang. We really are that team that brings value to any artist situation. You know what I'm saying? No matter who we creating with or whatever, we both have a really good ear for what's it. You know what I mean? And, me being a person that's heavily focused on production and him being an engineer, we kind of bring, because Nige is a producer too, but I'm a lot more modern with my style, and I'm like, producing that's the season. That's for me. Production is for me, and engineering is more so for Nige. So we bring our worlds together, and we, really, like, man, we'll talk music out from a logical perspective. It's art, but it's still something to be respected. You know what I mean? From a logical standpoint, we always try to figure out why something works or why something is the way it is. And because of that, and because we just love good music, you know what I mean? I think we really do well, like, in tandem working with any artist in any situation. So Najee's, one of the biggest parts of what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both can stand on our own, but I honestly wouldn't want to do this without bro, to be honest. He bring a lot of meaning to what we're doing. And he promised me he'll make me a millionaire. So I'm going on record for saying that. Najee owes me $1 million. He owes me $1 million.
Yeah, we got that right here on the spotlight. But yeah, I'm almost positive it's gonna happen for both of y'all.
Yeah, bro. I'm crazy, man. Maybe that's not a good word to use, bro, but man, I believe in myself so much, bro. Like, and that's if you ever run into me or talk to me, that's the confidence that I speak with, bro. It's nothing, it's not arrogance. It's nothing like that at all, bro. No one can believe in me. No one can, you know what I mean? Bro, I don't care about that. I genuinely see it. Like, I know it for a fact. And that's how I move. That's the effort I put into what I'm doing. You know what I mean? This ain't, you know what I mean? This ain't a by luck thing. Like, success is such an intentional thing, bro. And obviously, like, you can't pinpoint, every little piece. And so much, I think, is left up to like God and faith and just what He wants for you. But at the end of the day, bro, I think we create success for ourselves. And I'm coming in here with that intention. I'm not coming in here just to be a guy who make music sometimes and can kind of make some cool stuff like every now and then. Nah, I'm coming to be the best that I can be. Like, even though music it's a subjective thing and it's not about who's better and who's worse, but at the same time, like, I'm a competitive person too. So I come from being, the sports world, and I got a twin sister, and I grew up with a brother. Like, it was always competitive. It was always competition. And growing up in band, like, music to me was competitive because it was like, yo, if you dirt, you dirt. Right. If you bad, you just bad. And we used to get picked on for being bad when I was a younger musician. But that kind of tough love shaped me and really made me into the person that I am, because when you prepare, that's where your confidence comes from. If you put in the work, then you good. Like, I don't, what I mean? I'm not looking to be validated by nobody because I put in the work. That don't lie. The work you put in, the hours, bro. I can tell you the hours I put in, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about with nobody watching, when not many people is there to see it. That's the stuff I live for. And that's the work I put in on piano, as a DJ, as a producer. Man, tons of hours. You know what I'm saying? And still putting in the time. It's because I love it, though, at the same time. You know what I mean? I can sit at a piano for 10, 12 hours at a time, on and off, like, throughout the whole day, and not feel like I've been working all day. You know what I mean? Because I just love it that much. You know what I mean? People play video games, which I ain't mad at. People do a lot of other stuff, but music is that for me. That's kind of where I grew up, just playing and putting a lot of time in. All I know is to put a lot of time in, and you'll kind of reap the benefits later. I think the rest will hash itself out.
Oh yeah, for sure. It'll definitely work out. If you put in 110, 150%, you definitely gonna see the work and the results. And
that's life. That's, if you think about it, like, that's a life principle, bro. You get out what you put in.
Yeah,
that's absolutely. No matter what your faith is, what you believe in, any of that, bro. The whole concept is you get out what you put in. It's that simple, bro. You get back what you give. Mm-hmm. That's why giving is so important and all that. You can look at it so many ways, but yeah, bro, we only get what we put out. If you don't put in no work, I promise you're not gonna get nowhere. That's the surefire way to assure that you're not gonna go nowhere.
Right.
Is to not do nothing. But if you've been putting in the work, bro, like, I promise you a lot closer than what you think. I promise you. You just gotta stick it through when it's ugly. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always pretty. It's about how you behave when stuff ain't pretty. That's what lets you know if you're gonna make it or not. You know what I'm saying? And I done been through a lot of stuff, bro. So, you know what I mean? That's what I've been through. To me is, you know what I mean, a inclination of where I'm headed. You know what I'm saying? I don't really count the good days like that. I hold on to them, but nah, bro, just show me what I'm about to be up against, and that's gonna let me know. You know what I'm saying? The size of the battle is usually a reflection of where you headed. So, I done been through some stuff, bro, and you gotta stick through it. You keep going. You get out what you put in, though.
Definitely. And just from me being an admirer of the work that you put in, man, I definitely see like the dedication, the hard work, and it just shows itself in the work that you put out there. And every time that I hear something that you're a part of, not even just the music, like even in events as well, like you put time and effort into those as well to cater to the community, cater to the collaboration among creative people as well. So yeah, it's not just music. It's really for the people too. And I see that as well.
That's love, bro. I appreciate that, man. And that's all I can really hope for in wish, bro, is that people see, what I'm doing. Like, I don't want to be glorified through this. I want God to be glorified first and foremost. But to be honest, man, I just want people to see like the bigger picture of what it is that I'm after here. Yeah, like I'm trying to turn up and do my thing and, get the most out of this. But like, let's look at what we really doing here, bro. This ain't about self. This is about everybody else. This really is, man. I'm going to get mine. I'm not afraid to shine the light on somebody else or help somebody else out, because I always know I'm going to get mine through that. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm not always concerned about what I'm going to get out of something, or, you know what I mean? Or, the way I'm going to look in a certain situation. Like, I think, it's been plenty of time. Like, I've been doing this for a while, bro. And, this is, one of the first interviews that I've done like this. And yeah, I could have been walking around like, dang, ain't nobody interviewing me, man. I've been doing all this. We've been doing all these events, and I've been trying to impact the community. I'm a teacher. I'm an instructor. Like, I play in church. I do all of this stuff that's so community based. And, I could have looked at it and had a sour taste in my mouth that nobody's really rocking with me like that or nothing. But it ain't about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think timing is everything. And I think God, is going to have you where he wants you when it's time. When it's your time, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I also looked at that as like, yo, if people not coming to you trying to, talk to you or learn more about your story and what you're doing, I feel like I'm not turning up enough. So I take it personal in that regard. Like, what can I do differently to make people want to find more about, what I'm doing? And Go Scoob happens, you know what I'm saying? Or some of the other stuff I've been doing happens. That's how I take it. I take it personal in that regard. I ain't never mad at nobody else, bro. But I just said all that to say I'm thankful that you see and appreciate, what I'm doing, bro, because that's, I'm doing it for everybody else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's cool to see that you seeing what's happening, bro, because we've been working for a long time, bro,
sure.
putting in so much time, bro. So much time in these rooms, like catering to other artists and other people, and all the long conversations and just the relationships built, and the relationships kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to have a girlfriend when, you spend so much time committed to stuff like this. And so, I had to sacrifice a lot to be doing what I'm doing, but I still wouldn't trade it for the world, though. You know what I'm saying? It get real out here, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I just appreciate everything that you do, man.
Thank you, bro.
It's definitely a blessing to have someone like you out here just doing everything for the community. For those of y'all that don't know, man, Vibe Dealer is really one of the dopest people I've ever met.
Oh, man. Tell me anything, bro.
No, I'm dead serious, man. Like, from the moment that, we even connected on a personal and business relationship,
right.
It's been nothing but good vibes for
Absolutely,
the whole time,
bro.
And, I just appreciate, you creating spaces for me to even do this type of thing, with interviews and things like that.
Heck
so
yeah.
I'm definitely appreciative of that.
That's love, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. So as you continue to advance in your career, as you continue to create, dope vibes and dope music and everything like that, what would be the ultimate goal for you? What are some of the things that you hope to achieve as you continue to get better and better?
Some of my goals, man, I want the Vibe Dealer brand to stand on its own 2 feet. My goal is to create, as many streams of revenue as I can from the brand itself. And that's through music, that's through, my own personal projects, that's through merchandise, that's through, sound kits, drum kits, anything I can, because I really aspire to help the community. You know what I mean? So the producer community, the music creator community, my goal is to find solutions for the issues that we face. So, like, my ultimate goal is to build something that's self-sufficient, self-sustainable, and something that can help service people as well, but still have such a business model that, I can, generate a decent amount of revenue from that. So, that's one of my main goals. And then also, bro, I really want to step into my own as a producer artist. I don't rap or sing or nothing like that, but I want to release projects on my own. You know what I mean? You may look at, like, if you're familiar with the Metro Boomins or the Hit Boys or, the DJ Mustards or the DJ Khaled's or the anybody of that caliber, right? Like, Like Metro Boomin just released the album with Future, you know what I mean? But you see Metro Boomin's name right next to Future's.
Right.
It isn't a Future album and you just don't know who produced it. It's Future and Metro Boomin dropped the album together.
Yeah.
When you look at the credits and when you look at the names of the songs, you see Future, Metro Boomin. Like as a producer, that's my goal, is to step more into the spotlight and to have people respect the producer a lot more, because we play such a huge role in the song creation process. And I think for so long, bro, like people try to devalue producers and they try to look at us as just, oh, he just make beats. You feel me? Or he just a bedroom producer, or I can get beats from anywhere. I can go on YouTube and get a beat. I can do this. Nah, bro, like I'm trying to bring real value back to production. You know what I mean? I help write. I help, orchestrate the song. I help with all of that. And, I think my input is valuable in that. And so when people call me, I want people to call me because they want what I have, not because I can just make a beat. Like I can do that all day long, but like I want to be a part of people's projects because they see the value I add to that. And I want people to benefit off of my name being attached to it. You feel what I'm saying? Like as an artist, if you get a song produced by Metro Boomin, then you about gonna go up just because Metro Boomin made the beat. Like just because his name is on it. So as Vibe Dealer, that's what I aspire, bro. Like I want people to know, like, if you gonna link with Vibe Dealer, like, yo, if you need one of them ones, like go to Vibe Dealer. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it's kind of like becoming, like in my own way. But like I want people to just know that, bro. If you want a good record, if you want a hit, or so to speak, if you want something that's gonna give you your best shot at looking the best you can look in this music thing, like I gotta come here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta mess with Vibe Dealer. I gotta go to the Antidote. Like this is kind of where it happens at. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a certain level of quality. You're gonna get a certain experience from interacting with me. I'm not a mute person. I'm not a person that don't like to talk or none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk to anybody. I'll build with anybody, and I want people to feel at home, and I want people to feel comfortable when they're dealing with me. I want people to feel safe and secure that when they messing with me, it's like, okay, I'm in good hands. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be, you know what I'm saying, something worth doing, or worth working towards. So, something I really want to do is have a project with everybody I want to work with around here in the city. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on some stuff with Pimo. I'm working on a project with Marta Boss, Keyshawn Don. I'm working on a lot of stuff with Louis. And hopefully, Rio be home soon. So hopefully me and him gonna have a nice little run from what I'm anticipating. So like I want to have projects with everybody that I like to work with, bro. Like that's what I want to do, projects. I want to do tapes. I love Currency, and he every time he does a project, he lets the producer do the whole project with him. Right. And so I think like I think it's a fire thing to do, bro. I think it's dope to let the producer get theirs off and to, let them say everything they gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Why should the artist be the only person get to say what they gotta say? Like maybe I made a beat because I wasn't feeling good this day, or I was upset, or I was feeling this way. Maybe I was happy this day and I made this kind of beat. Like I want to be able to get all of my stuff off. And I just feel like as a producer, I'm an artist, bro. Like, bro, I spent so much time like being and doing this music thing and becoming, like excellent in so many ways. I'm committed to that. So like, I really want to show that how excellent I really can be as a producer. Like, I'm not just clicking stuff. Like a lot of logic and thought goes into making, beautiful art. And it all starts with the beat. A bad beat can't make a good artist sound good, but a good beat can make a bad artist sound good. Feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can't get past a bad beat. That's what I'm saying. So I think I really want people to understand the value of the producer, bro. We set the tone. We the first thing you hear. We lay the canvas. You feel what I'm saying? We make the bed for you to get in and lay in it. Like as far as the artist is considered. So like put some more respect on the art, on the producer side of things, and you know what I'm saying? Like show the producer more love. But what I'm saying is I'm here to bring that type of, spotlight to producers and show people like you can be a producer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's funny, bro. Like I get people that tell me all the time, like they be like, you rap or something, like you look like a rapper. And I'd be like, no, I'm not a rapper. I'm actually a producer. I'm actually a musician. I might look like her, you know what I mean? Whatever energy I give off makes people think that I rap, but I enjoy that because I want people to look at me like that. Like, look at me like I'm not just this. Like, look at me like it's okay to be you. You can be however you are, but like, it's okay to do the same stuff artists do. You know what I'm saying? I want to chain too. I want to, you know what I'm saying, dress fly all the time too. And I want to be invited to important stuff too. Like, I think producers deserve that. We don't just got to be a back of the room, behind the curtains type of dude that you don't really know about. Nah, that ain't me, bro. I bring so much more to the table than that, and I'm demanding that, you know what I mean, moving forward. So them a few of my goals, bro. I'm just trying to be as turned as possible as a producer, in short. You know what I'm saying? Be the biggest I can be, bro.
Yeah, those are definitely solid goals, man. And just to hear the reasoning behind it, man, it just makes me even believe even further that you're going to achieve those goals.
I appreciate that, bro.
In due time, for sure.
Yeah, we're going to get there.
Yeah, definitely. And as far as creating for others and things like that, man, and I know we're right here in the Antidote studio. And
yes, sir.
You know, and they cooking up in the other room right now.
Yep.
So how can somebody book a session here? How can they, come in and, either record or do whatever they need to do here at the Antidote?
It's a couple different ways. You can first and foremost go to www.antidotestudio.org. Antidotestudio.org. As soon as you type in the website, you'll see a button that you can click that'll take you straight to where you can book, see what time is available and all of that. Excuse me. Or you can text the studio phone number, 810-399-9941. You can text or call that number, and usually we'll set you up with whatever you're trying to do. If you want a more personal interaction, hit the number, call or text that number. Leave a voicemail if they don't answer, and other than that, like book a session online. That's the best way. That's the best way.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna definitely book a session. I'm about to start my musical journey.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm just kidding. It's not gonna be me specifically, but I am working on a film, and I do need somebody to score it.
Yeah, man. You everybody's favorite actor, bro. So I know we trying to end this, but that's actually something I'm trying to get. I'm trying to show that I can do as well.
Okay,
is scoring. Like that's a big part of like what I can do. And it's funny. I'm actually in the middle of scoring something right now, like a documentary style thing that for a project that we're doing with Light Sky Farms. We have our own strain of marijuana through them, and I'm scoring it right now. So
cool.
Y'all gonna hear really soon, like the different bags I can get into as a musician and creator. So I got you on that for sure.
I got you. So y'all be on the lookout for that.
Yes, sir.
Work with the Vibe Dealer here at the Antidote Studio.
Yeah.
And even beyond that, man, what some of the things that I know you mentioned a couple of things, like working with different artists with projects coming out, but is there anything specific in the near future that you can tell us about that's coming out, or any events or anything like that?
Man, a few things, man. Be on the lookout for anything Louis Ray's dropping. You know what I mean? You might hear me on something that hits really soon. Man, be on the lookout for my own project. I'm getting ready to drop an instrumental project. It's called Me, Myself, and Vibe. It's actually the first time I'm announcing this too. So I got the cover art done. The track list is pretty much all solid. It's pretty much ready to go. I'm just, building a campaign around it on how I want to roll it out, and all of that. So that's coming soon. Antidote Fest. This year's Antidote Fest. I know everybody been kind of waiting on this, but Antidote Fest is about to be the craziest one yet. You feel me? It's gonna be. We had an Antidote Fest meeting earlier today, so we started planning that in January. So we getting close to where we want to be with that. You gotta be there.
Cool.
You can't not be there, bro.
Yeah, the last one was crazy too, man.
If you've been to Antidote Fest, you know how it's just a good time, bro. It's just good energy, good vibes. Like that's what it's about, bro. What else I got going on? Me and Marta Boss got quite a few joints coming out. We about to go on a crazy run. So please look out for that. I got some stuff with Journey coming out. Me and J Big got some joints coming out. Me and SG Money Marlowe got some joints coming out. I just finished the record with him and Journey today and J Big. Yeah, anything J Big is on, like, put it like this, man. The summer is mine, bro. That's the best way I could put it. Like, I really want the music that I'm a part of and making to be the soundtrack for a lot of people's summers. And I got a good feeling it's gonna be like that. So yeah, Go Scoob is doing his thing, and I do think it's gonna catch a second wind with it getting hot outside and because it's such a fun song. So I think it's really gonna, get his legs and take off again.
Right.
But we got some joints that's gonna really tear the city up, you know what I mean, for the summertime. So if you ready to enjoy your summer, please stay tuned in to the music that I'm a part of and that we dropping, because we coming like that, bro. I'm telling you, bro. We coming like the summer is about to be crazy. Oh my God.
Man, I can feel it.
It's really like that, bro. It's really.
I definitely can't wait to see what happens.
Hey,
It's definitely gonna be dope. Definitely gonna be a vibe.
Absolutely. No pun intended.
Yeah, right. It's definitely gonna be a vibe outside here in the city.
Hey,
man. And for those who want to keep up with everything, man, that's going on, man. How can they find you on social media or anything like that?
Yeah.
How can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, I'll drop my IG. That's the most important one to me. @_Vibe Dealer. So @_VIBEDEALER. Spelled just like that. You can follow me on IG there. You can find me on Facebook at Jawan Thorn. That's my real name. JUJUANTHORN. My business page is on there too, so you can follow that. But you can find me on TikTok, and you type in Vibe Dealer, you're gonna find me. Hashtag whatever. Look for Vibe Dealer. Type in Vibe Dealer anywhere. You're gonna see, where to follow me at. But IG is the most important. YouTube, you can follow Vibe Dealer on YouTube. A lot of stuff I'm gonna be dropping soon. I'm a fan of just getting stuff ready before I, present it to the world. So just, look for Vibe Dealer though, anywhere. You're gonna start seeing a lot more of me soon. Yep.
Yeah, so y'all definitely make sure y'all tap in with the Vibe Dealer, man.
Yeah.
One of the best in the city, soon to be the best in the world.
Let's
man.
go.
We gonna say that right here,
sir.
right now, man.
We speaking that. We claiming that.
Because just the way that you moving right now, man, the trajectory, man, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, man.
I definitely can't wait to see what comes next.
Yes, sir, bro.
And just for me to be a part of it as a fan, from a fan aspect, man, it's just amazing to see everything that's been going on.
I'm a fan of what you're doing too, bro. From this stuff, like I said, to even the acting stuff, and like man, you might not hear from me, but I'm always watching. There's always people watching, bro. So understand, I'm one of them people that want to run into you and tell you that I'm seeing what you're doing and all of that. So I'm a fan of what you're doing. We need people like you in this space, genuine, kind-hearted people that want to uplift other people. That's how you get your shine too. So we need more media outlets. We need more people that's, trying to bring a voice to people like us, bro. So like I said, the respect is mutual. The respect is for sure there, vice versa, bro. You ain't got to worry about that. And whatever you need outside of this type of stuff, whatever you need, bro, please, please, please. I'm the easiest person to talk to, bro. Just hit me up, and I promise I'll do whatever I can to help you out. You need, or if it's a resource you need, if it's a whatever, bro, I promise you I'm going to try and find a way. I'll break my back for anybody, bro, for real.
And I definitely appreciate that.
I'm that kind of guy, for sure.
Definitely appreciate that. And I definitely appreciate you for coming on the show, man. This was definitely a dope conversation to have.
It was fun, right?
I hope you enjoyed it, man. Being in the spotlight, man, it definitely...
It feels good, man. It's a good feeling. I ain't gonna lie. It's a great feeling, bro. So I'm humble, I'm honored, and I'm motivated, more than anything, to keep doing stuff that make people want to do stuff like this with me. You know what I mean? For real. I love what you're doing, bro. And so I'm excited. Let's do it. Let's do more.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to do more, man. Definitely gonna have to have you come back on the show.
Yeah, let's do that. Well, I guess when the next hit come out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, be right back here on the show.
Right, so you made this song. Like, let's talk to like whatever, bro. Whatever, man. Even if you like want to come up here and kick it, hang out, you want to strategize, like, just kind of, because you don't have to be a musician or a producer for me to connect with you and see how we can help each other out.
Yeah.
I actually like connecting with people that don't do what I do, because you know what I mean? It actually make more sense to do it like that. So, if you ever just want to pull up and kick it, or just like kind of just shoot the shit and chop it up, like, you more than welcome to do that, bro. And that's how we, figure out how we can come together. This is how we come together, bro, and run the city. You know what I mean? It take everybody. When you look at I know we ended this, but when you look at everything that's going on, it's such a combination of everybody and what they bring to the table. So keep building, keep connecting with people, keep, staying tapped in with us and me and what we doing, bro, because like this is how we like advance all of this. You know what I'm saying?
Right, definitely.
So, yeah, bro.
Definitely. So we definitely gonna keep working, definitely gonna keep advancing.
Yes,
as
sir.
you said. We gonna make some things happen for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
For sure. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the Superstar Spotlight. It's a pleasure having y'all on the show with us and with the Vibe Dealer as
Yes,
well.
sir.
Hopefully you guys learned as much as I did about his journey, everything he's got going on creatively, personally, everything like that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just want to say thank you for coming on to the show,
Thank
man.
you,
It was
bro.
dope to have you.
Thank you.
And yeah, just thank y'all for tuning in to each and every episode, man. Y'all can check these out on my Facebook under the name Brandon Houston. You can always check it out on YouTube as well. YouTube.com/favorite actor. It'll take you straight to the Superstar Spotlight playlist. You can pick whichever episode you want to pick, catch a vibe with those individuals as well, including this episode as well is going to be on there as well. All right. And as always, I want to thank the sponsor, Guilty Rich, as well. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. You can catch them on Instagram.
I need some of that gear.
We gonna get you some. We gonna get you some. Yeah, and y'all can get y'all some gear too by checking out the Instagram at guilty.rich and the website guiltyrichboutique.com. All right, spring is here, so we got the spring collection rolling out. Y'all don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss that as well. So thank you guys once again for tuning in to the episode. This is your favorite actor, and I'll see y'all in the next episode, man. Peace.
Let's go.